Next are Lou G, and subject is CM Punk is delusional. Greetings and salutations,
long.
The Undertaker. This is not that long. The Undertaker recently recounted a story of Vince McMahon instigating shoot grappling matches between CM Punk and Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin back in 2006. Punk was allegedly telling the boys about his Brazilian jiu-jitsu expertise and told The Undertaker he could submit both Lashley and Shelton, both of whom are very accomplished amateur wrestlers. This led to Vince egging on Bobby and Shelton to test Punk's grappling skills. Taker said Punk was easily handled and defeated by both in under 1 minute. I bring this up because Disco has been criticized for calling CM Punk's foray to MMA one of the most delusional ideas ever hatched by man. Does this new Undertaker story confirm that CM Punk has always been completely delusional about his actual fighting skills? Perhaps all the scripted victories went to his head over the years. Follow-up question. I'm a big MMA and boxing fan along with pro wrestling, and most of my friends, however, only really like MMA, and occasionally a big boxing event will get their attention. To my MMA fan friends, CM Punk is an absolute punchline. Anytime his name is mentioned, it's nothing but jokes. How would you rebuild Punk's credibility with casual fans who might only know him as the worst UFC fighter of all time? Should they just ignore that his UFC career ever happened or play into it? Appreciate y'all, and thanks for keeping it 1,000. Wow, that's Lou from the Jersey Shore. I'm surprised that if Seth Rollins had shoot heat with him, that he would bring that up in a promo.
I think it'll happen.
It might happen.
And here's something. So this story comes from Undertaker's podcast, which I didn't even know existed. Undertaker has a podcast. And remember we were talking earlier about people's numbers on YouTube and how some are a little suspect?
Right.
Well, at this point, Taker's got 90,000, and there's certain other guys out there with like 500,000 or 1 million. There's just no way. I'm just putting it out there. But here's the story from Undertaker. He said, we're drinking. Everyone is carrying on. Somehow or another, the discussion comes up. I don't know if Vince instigated this one or not. Bradshaw was on the flight too. The topic comes up as we're on the way over. CM Punk, he fashioned himself as a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Somebody broached the question. You did jiu-jitsu. How long do you think you could last with one of these two wrestlers? And it was Bobby Lashley, who wrestled for the Army, and Shelton Benjamin, who wrestled at Minnesota. Two high-level amateur wrestlers. To Phil's credit, he said, I'll tap them out. That was about all it took.
That's tremendous.
Now the pot really begins to get stirred. Shelton, at the time, he didn't drink at all, but I remember Vince pouring him a styrofoam cup full of wine, and Shelton gulped it down. I honestly can't remember who went first. There's not a lot of room, and it's tight, but there's enough room. I want to say the first match lasted about 47 seconds. The other one was sub 40, where they had taken him down and pinned him. He didn't back down, but my goodness, it was like blood in the water and two great whites circling. They could not wait, and they didn't disappoint. And that was another fine case of Vince McMahon disturbing. That's nuts. Can you imagine looking at and going, I'll tap him?
Well,
or even. Jeez.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Coach?
Well, it sounds like he didn't think he would ever be called out on it. You know how the boys love to say,
yeah. They probably forced him to do it.
I can easily see somebody going, hey, Punk says that, he could take these guys down, and Vince loves that, and probably had him go at it, and he got embarrassed twice. And so, yeah, I just think he got called on this. I think he thought he could beat them. Come on.
Yeah. Interesting.
He was just puffing his chest out or whatever, yeah.
So that's been the mailbag.
Enjoy the rest of the show. Boom.